I've reduced the carriages to 3 to make it a lot easier for it, and it does run a lot better with 3 carriages. Hello there, good morning. Now what we decided to do was, we had to have the time, so we decided to have a look and see what was happening with this loco, why it wasn't pulling anything. As you've seen in the last 2 clips, 4 carriages were a struggle, 3 was best, which to be honest is poor. Now what we found was the driving wheels were light on the track. This was just getting traction, that wasn't, and it was to do with the rear bogies, and the rear bogies did not go low enough. So what was happening was the bogies were at their limit of travel, but the 2 driving wheels were not flat on the track. Now I haven't done a video of how we did this because it's all so small and intricate. To video it would have been really difficult, if not impossible, with the equipment I've got. However, what I will show you here is give you an idea of what you have to do. Now, to take the rear bogie apart, there's a screw there and there's a screw there. At the front, you remove the NEM coupling with a screwdriver underneath. It's a screw you undo, take the block off, then there's another screw, and everything comes off really easily. So that's stage 1, that's easy. Now, what you have with the bogies, and this is difficult to show even like this, if I can tip it a little bit, it really is hard to show, is you have a screw coming down which you undo. You then have a plastic cover, and just in there you have a brass spigot. So what you have is you have the screw coming through, you have a small washer, a plastic covering, a brass spigot which has a hole in it which the screw goes through into the bogie. Now what I did was, with this brass spigot which denotes the height of the bogie, is I used a grinder on a Dremel and took 2mm off. I then tried, without the plastic cover, to run the loco round. So you had the spigot with a brown plastic cover on top, but it just kept derailing. So I put the plastic cover back on, put it back together, and it ran okay. Now the thing with this is, once you take it off, you've got 2 wires going to pickups at the rear wheels. The space you have to work in is very tight. And as I say, I didn't video it for the simple reason that everything is so small and intricate. To show me putting it back together, to video it, next to impossible. But as I've said, there's a brass spigot in there, so you take it apart, there's a brass spigot, we took 2mm off it, put it back together, and now the loco runs fine. And you will see in the next 2 video clips the difference it's made. Now, whether this is a fault from Hornby, it wasn't manufactured right, or they're all like it, I don't know, because I don't know anybody else who's got one. But that's basically how we fix this locomotive. And I hope you enjoy the next 2 clips, and you will be surprised. Thank you. Now, as you remember, this loco could just about manage 3 carriages. I've got it here pulling 8 on the inner curves of my model railway, and obviously you've got the inertia of the carriages, and here we are pulling 8 carriages, and there's a slight gradient here. We're not driving the locomotive quickly, and you can see it's a vast improvement. Just to finish off, we've got this loco pulling 8 carriages, and as you remember in the first clips, 4 was a struggle and 3 was best. And you can see we're not hammering it round quickly. And as a result of the modification which I did, you can see I've turned this loco into a lightweight, into something which pulls carriages easily. And just a point to note, this loco does have a flywheel on it. It does have pickups in the rear bogie, which I didn't know till I've taken it apart. And it really is fantastic. So through a simple modification that I really shouldn't have had to have done, I've turned this into a fantastic loco. Thank you for watching, and I hope I've been of help here to anybody who may have had the same issues that we've had. Thank you.